This is the lovely Miss Di, and I'd like to make a. This is a very serious topic for me. Um, that's why I have my glasses on, which I should be wearing all the time. But I think that it makes me look kind of nerdy, so that's why I don't wear. I try not to wear them. But there was a lovely young man who came to my channel, and he made a comment regarding my appearance on my "So I'm Ugly, Huh? Stop the Presses" video, and he was saying I'm not ugly, and would I date a white guy? I have to be honest. One one experience. I had one experience. We dated for 7 months, and I thought it was marriage bound, but clearly the parents were not into it, and he's one of those people who felt a sense of obligation to his parents, and if his parents were not on board, he was not going to be on board. He is a sweet guy, and I don't think he meant wrong, but when your parents are not on board and there's that rift, and it's not as if he lived on his own, he lived with his parents, so he was in a sense dependent on them. It probably would have been a different kind of situation had he lived on his own, but I admired him because he was a student. He didn't get into trouble. He wasn't wild. But I realized that I wanted the relationship for the wrong reasons. So he was not the guy for me because I was running from what I thought were bestial black men. And that is not a good way to characterize black men. I had an attitude because of negative experiences that I've had, and I realize that there are many videos like this in which black women complain about black men. But wait a minute, I'm getting ready to compliment black men. You don't jump to conclusions about how someone feels just on a couple of minutes of watching a video. Watch the whole thing. Um, my attitude really did shift when I met this one extraordinary black man, not no run of the mill black man. I want you to understand this individual is very special. And he checked me and he put me in my place, telling me that um, I need to think about what is it about me that attracted these negative people. And you don't date outside the race to as an escape from your own. And when I think about the struggles that black men go through, the swagger, which is so sexy, um, just how hard they work and how this system is against them, but they get up every day and they're men and they go out and they're on their grind and they try to navigate this system that is clearly not set up for them. How could you not be attracted to that? How could you not lust after that? How could you not want to be with somebody that is like that? And it's a shame that some white women put black men on a pedestal like they're the sexiest thing on earth. But me as a black woman, I couldn't do that. That's sad. And I have all of my male relatives are strong black men. And it's unreasonable for me to think that I don't deserve that or that I'm incapable of getting that. People just have to be more selective in life. And I'm not waiting for Mr. Charlie to come on a white horse and save me. Not every time I get insulted by a black man or a man in general, I'm not looking to be saved. And I just think about my in-laws. Suppose I go over there and they're saying, well, I like her. She's purty. But what's with that nappy hair? I just can't take that. And I'm getting right. I don't care who it is. I don't care if you're black, green, yellow, polka dot. You're not going to disrespect me. And there were so many things in that relationship that were said that wasn't culturally sensitive, and the people acted like they accepted the relationship, but it was clear that they didn't. And it opened my eyes. We may live in 2011, but in 2011, there are still some white people who do not want mixing of black and white. I was brought up in a mixed environment. That was never told to me that black and white don't mix. And probably the first set of crushes I had in my school career were on white people because I didn't see them as different. I mean, they took the same honors classes with me. We were in the same clubs. If you spend enough time with people, it's just natural to be attracted to them. But I didn't realize the unwritten rule. You can you can talk to a black girl, you can befriend a black girl, but dating is off limits to some families. They don't want you to bring that black girl home. They don't care how classy, how much of income tax bracket you're in. They don't want that for their son. And I want a marriage bound relationship. And I just personally think that a black man would be quicker to wife me up than a white man. And it's just based on just facts. There are more white women marrying black men than there are white men wifing up black women. And I'm not saying that to be racist. I'm not saying that white men aren't attractive, because Robin Thicke, he is a fine man. And not just him, Mark Wahlberg, Justin Timberlake, I could go down the list. But when you add up all the factors, and even the cultural factor, there might be some blue-eyed soul in the situation, and that's sexy. But I don't want that to be confused with wigger syndrome. And it's people who want to be black so bad and want their quote-unquote past in the black community that they will go ahead and date a black chick. Not saying that there are white men who genuinely love black women, but I just have to keep my eyes peeled for certain things. And there are certain men, and I've come across some on YouTube that have made me fall in love again with black men and who they are. And you all are just princes and kings, and I seriously find it highly unlikely that I would marry a white man. He would have to be an exceptional human being, because when he's competing against a black man for my attention, it's going to be hard to top that. I just think black men are the sexiest people on the earth, and it's just really, it would be hard pressed to find, because you would really have to show a black man up in order to attract me. And I really don't think in 90% of the cases that it's possible. People may be offended by what I have to say, but I just have to be real on my experience with white people and my experience with black people. And for some reason, because I intermingled and hung out in circles with a lot of white people, I felt that I had Diana Ross or Beyonce type of acceptance. And even though those people, not saying I'm a celebrity, saying that those women have crossover appeal. They appeal to both white and black people. But it does not mean that they would want Beyonce or Diana Ross to marry their son, or their son to marry them. Regardless of money, there are some people who just don't want black people in their families. And I have had very positive experiences with white people, but I would just have to know that that person respects me as a human being, and that they're not just trying to fulfill some sexual fantasy of being with a black woman. A lot of people want to visit the lovely Miss Dineville. Join the club. I mean, I can pop my collar. I'm a beast, but I just really want to make sure the next time that the person is in it for the right reasons, and not in it out of some thing that they heard, that black women are good in bed and they're exotic and they just want to test the waters. I don't want to be anybody's experiment. If you're in it with me, it's a long-term marriage-bound relationship, and I'm not going to be somebody's sideline while they go and date Ashley. Like, oh my God, we're dating the same man? No way. I'm not going to be any, I'm not taking the back burner role in my relationship. So I just have to know that that person respects me. I really did not mean any offense to any race. I think that all races are beautiful, but I can't turn a blind eye to the prejudice that exists. There are even some black families who do not want white people in their family, and I think of the children. How would they be raised? Who would they identify with? And it's just some issues that really have to be thought out before I bring a child into this world. And I think it's easier, cultural wise, to bond with your own. I'm not saying that any coupling of people of different races does not work. I'm just saying I want to be able to do the electric slide and listen to Frankie Beverly and Maze, or go to a Dave Chappelle comedy show and have the person get the jokes. And it's just a bonding thing. I hope everyone would understand my position. Some people may not agree, but I just had to be honest. Have a good day.